Why Princess Leonor's inner circle is quietly drifting away. If you've been following Princess Leonor over the past few years, you may have noticed something unusual. The faces around her seem to be changing. The people who were once seen accompanying Spain's future queen are appearing less often, and a new group of individuals has gradually taken their place. But is her inner circle really drifting away? Or is this simply the natural reality of a young royal preparing for one of the biggest responsibilities in Europe? Today, we're taking a closer look at what has changed around Princess Leonor, why these changes have sparked so much discussion, and what they could mean for the future of the Spanish monarchy. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications if you enjoy thoughtful coverage of the world's royal families. We bring you carefully researched stories that separate public facts from speculation while exploring the people behind the headlines. Let's begin. For most teenagers and young adults, friendships naturally evolve over time. School ends. Careers begin. People move to different cities or countries. Priorities change. For Princess Leonor, however, every friendship, every public appearance, and every interaction is examined under an international spotlight. Unlike most young women her age, Leonor doesn't have the freedom to simply disappear from public attention. Every photograph becomes a story. Every missing face becomes a rumor. That alone creates enormous pressure. As the heir to the Spanish throne, Leonor has spent the last several years preparing for a lifetime of public service. Her education has taken her from Spain to the United Kingdom, and now, through demanding military training, each stage introducing her to entirely new groups of people. With every transition, it is only natural that her social circle changes. Yet, many royal observers have noticed something else. Several individuals who were frequently associated with Leonor during earlier stages of her education have gradually faded from public view. This has led some commentators to wonder whether her personal relationships are changing more rapidly than expected. But there is an important point that often gets overlooked. The Spanish royal household is famously private. Unlike some other European royal families, they reveal very little about Princess Leonor's personal friendships. That silence creates room for endless speculation. Whenever familiar faces stop appearing beside her, people naturally begin asking questions. Has she become more isolated? Is palace protocol becoming stricter? Or are these simply ordinary friendships continuing away from the cameras? The truth is that the public rarely has enough information to answer those questions with certainty. One factor that cannot be ignored is Leonor's military training. Military academies are designed to reshape daily life. Schedules become demanding. Personal freedom becomes limited. Long hours of physical training, academic work, and discipline leave very little room for maintaining the same social routines. Many cadets experience this, regardless of whether they belong to a royal family. In Leonor's case, the difference is that every absence is noticed. Another reality is security. As Leonor grows closer to eventually becoming Queen of Spain, the level of protection surrounding her naturally increases. Her movements are carefully planned. Public appearances are coordinated. Private gatherings become much more complicated than they would be for someone outside the royal family. This alone can affect how frequently friends are seen with her in public. Then there is another challenge few people truly understand: trust. History has shown that members of royal families often become cautious about who enters their closest circle. Every conversation has the potential to become tomorrow's headline. Every photograph can spread across social media within minutes. Maintaining genuine friendships becomes increasingly difficult when privacy is so limited. Many royal experts have pointed out that future monarchs often develop smaller, more carefully managed circles as their responsibilities grow. This isn't necessarily a sign of conflict. Sometimes, it's simply a consequence of public life. Princess Leonor also finds herself at an unusual stage in life. She is balancing military service, constitutional responsibilities, international attention, and the expectations of becoming Spain's future head of state. Very few people her age experience anything remotely comparable. That reality naturally changes relationships. People mature. Priorities evolve. Some friendships remain close despite distance. Others gradually fade. This happens in ordinary families every day. The difference is that Leonor's life unfolds in front of millions of observers. It's also worth remembering that many friendships remain entirely private. Just because someone is no longer photographed beside her doesn't necessarily mean they have disappeared from her life. In today's media environment, public visibility and personal relationships are not always the same thing. Still, speculation continues. Royal commentators regularly debate whether Leonor is becoming more independent than ever before. Some believe she is intentionally focusing almost exclusively on preparing for her future role. Others argue that the palace is simply becoming more protective as she approaches adulthood. Without official confirmation, these remain interpretations rather than established facts. What does seem clear is that Leonor herself has changed significantly over the past few years. Observers have noted growing confidence during official engagements. Her public speeches appear more composed. She carries herself with increasing assurance during ceremonies both in Spain and abroad. These are signs of someone gradually stepping into a larger role. And with greater responsibility, often comes a different lifestyle. Future monarchs rarely enjoy the same social freedom they once had. Every decision carries symbolic importance. Every public appearance reflects not only the individual, but also the institution they represent. That reality inevitably shapes the people around them. Perhaps the most interesting question isn't whether Princess Leonor's inner circle is changing. Perhaps it's whether she is entering a new chapter where duty naturally takes precedence over ordinary young adulthood. History suggests that nearly every future king or queen experiences this transition. The journey toward the throne often requires personal sacrifices that remain invisible to the public. Friendships may become more selective. Private moments become increasingly rare, and the circle of complete trust becomes much smaller. If that is happening for Princess Leonor, it would hardly be unique. It would simply place her alongside generations of royal heirs who faced similar challenges long before social media ever existed. For now, the public can only observe what is visible. The changing faces, the evolving responsibilities, the growing confidence. Beyond that lies a private life that deserves the same respect afforded to anyone else. As Princess Leonor continues her journey toward one day becoming Queen of Spain, one thing is certain. The people surrounding her may change, but the expectations placed upon her continue to grow. Whether those changes reflect personal choice, professional responsibility, or simply the natural passage of time remains known only to those closest to her. And perhaps that's exactly how it should be. What do you think? Do you believe Princess Leonor's changing circle reflects the demands of royal life, or is it simply the normal evolution of friendships as people grow older? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this balanced look at the future Queen of Spain, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next royal story. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.